few who are privy to the goings-on in the Forbidden Magic Research Lab, even among the Batali.
That does seem to be the case. What's more, only a select few are granted entry.
Do the people not question its existence? You've pushed your luck too far.
I'll not take that from you!
Pray calm yourselves, good people. I will have none of this squabbling.
Sir Manella, you don't understand. This scoundrel's the one who started it.
No, you don't understand. This is no time for the people of Batal to be quarrelling amongst themselves. We shan't weather this calamity unless we can recall our common purpose and unite our efforts towards it.
You saw the sky fall, I trust. I doubt you could have missed it. And wherever the sky falls, a dragon soon appears to lay waste to the land. Or so I had assumed, after what befell Melv. Yet aught here appears to be different. Has our ruin been forestalled, or merely postponed? I must examine that creature. May well be the key to unraveling the origins of this cataclysm.
I can see where we need to go, but some fell power is blocking our way. Many paths are closed to us now, on account of the dragon's descent, no doubt. But we must find a way to reach it.
Confound this obstruction. But I suppose I ought to have expected this. Answers were ne'er so easily won. Monsters! Summoned by that beast, no doubt.
I've got you. Use this chance to recover. There are so many of them. Better we cut down only those we must to proceed.
This is a tight spot.
You looking for a fight?
Out.
Bleeding rogue.
Seems this is where my luck runs out.
Principles unproven as dust and wind.
Witness my magics!
What can I do? So many of them. Better we cut down only those we must to proceed.
I ill like our prospects.
It seems this is the only way forward. Up we go.
We will urge the people to return to the Steeple Shrine. I am behind time, but it's better than doing nothing at all.
Still, 'tis easier said than done. The people may not be...
What can be achieved without sacrifice? Why do you falter? Come this way.
I shall summon a storm to blow our foes away.
Enough dallying. Follow me. A fine welcome indeed. I can only hope that the worst is now behind us. Alas, a theory unproven is of little practical use.
Take that!
Few know the real nature of the dragon.
Too many of them! Better we cut down only those we must to proceed.
This is a tight spot.
Beast-fell powers are twice as terrible in the flesh. Only truly impartial observers can perceive it. Have I really uncovered the truth of the dragon?
Where did I... or was this...
This stellar bombardment shall leave nothing standing!
There are too many of them. Better we cut down only those we must to proceed.
I ill like our prosperity.
My theories are manifesting the dragon and world.
Feast your eyes on this!
There it is! The dragon at the heart of all this destruction.
I shall summon a storm to blow our bones away.
Look, Master, an urn. It doesn't seem a threat, but perhaps we ought to break it to be doubly sure.
I see you do not relent. Your persistence is most intriguing. What is it that impels you, I wonder? Alas, would that the world had not come to this. For I am certain that your tale would have been a glorious one. Yet, 'twas not to be. You need only cast your gaze upward to glimpse the futility of your defiance.
This way, if you please. We've arrived well enough. Where to next? Last push, and I'll be done for the day.
Look, as long as you please.
If I might be so bold as to speak my mind? Vernworth is home to a veritable treasure trove of...
Are you in the market for something in particular? Always a pleasure.
Welcome.
Your Majesty, how glad I am to see you safe. Where have you been this past month? The end of the world? Are things truly so dire? Though, I am aware of the dragon attack on Melv. We received word that naught but a smoking ruin remains. 'Twas a tragedy, and I would not see it repeated. However, without a clear path, we in the Guard shall be hard-pressed to forestall the impending crisis. You would have me evacuate the city? I see. Mayhap 'twould be for the best. Ever since the fall of Melv, the citizens of Vernworth have lived in fear that their homes are next to be assailed. If there is safe harbor to be found elsewhere, I believe we have naught to lose by seeking sanctuary. But I doubt I could convince the people of this city to abandon their homes, however terrified they may be. Methinks your Majesty would do better to ask this of the Regent King. After the false sovereign vanished and the world was altered, His Grace has been the one keeping order here in Vermont. If the people will heed anyone, 'tis him.
'Tis admirable how Regent King Sven has taken up command of the kingdom. We would be remiss not to offer him our aid.
'Tis easily done.
What was the same?
Gathering materials makes for dull work indeed.
If you must go off on your own, there's naught to be done. I only hope you'll return sooner rather than later.
There is naught more you can achieve here, Arisen. The time for resistance is long past.
Would that all my days so
Dare
dare say I could forget all my troubles here.
So you've come. I'm glad to see you. Captain Brandt has already apprised me of your proposal, a full-scale evacuation of the citizenry. Truth be told, I had reached the same conclusion. So long as we cower within these walls, we must live in fear of going the way of Melv. My ministers have approved the plans, and I have petitioned the encampment survivors and the Thieves' Guild for aid. The only remaining obstacle is my mother. She has set herself stubbornly against any such flight. I have tried to make her see reason, but of late she has taken to shutting herself in her chambers. However, I fear that my position permits me to entertain her fancy no longer. I must put the needs of the common folk before her selfish whims. Now, there are a few matters I must attend to before we can evacuate, and I would fain welcome your assistance. We will require several ox carts to carry the sick and aged out of the city. Might I prevail upon you to petition the merchant at the ox cart station in the west of the city for their use? You may assure him that the royal treasury will foot any and all expenses.
Queen Regent Disa hardly leaves her chambers, and all her meals come back scarcely touched. Between you and me, I fear for her health.
Have you come to claim my life, Arisen? Well, far be it from me to deny you. But I shall go to the grave with a smile on my lips, for I have no regrets. All I did for my darling son. So do as you will. I have no intention of begging for mercy. What are you doing? Unhand me at once! Guards! Help me!
You have brought Mother to me, I see. My thanks, friend. You have done me a great service.
Sven.
You may leave us. Now that we can speak without a door twixt us, I am confident that I can persuade her. This was in Mother's room. I did wonder where it had gotten off to. But why would she... Mother, I must beg your forgiveness. I believed that you desired to make me sovereign solely for your own benefit. Yet in truth, you sought to better the lot of our people.
Ah, but I would have benefited. And handsomely at that. Besides, I cannot deny that I was proud. I wished to see my own son on the throne, and no other.
Even so, I cannot help but feel that all of this could have been avoided. Had I only been more attentive, if I had but better known your heart, I could have shared in your burdens. You would not have had to suffer alone, and perhaps together, we could have walked a better path.
Oh, Sven.
Mother, I beg you, join the evacuation. You need not fall with this city. I would not see you take your crimes wholly on your own shoulders. That weight is as much mine to bear as 'tis yours.
My son, you truly would make a fine and goodly ruler. Your kindness will save many lives. Of that I have no doubt.
All that remains is for you to fulfill your final duty, to witness this world's end with your own eyes.
It is our duty to see this peace
Not to look forward to.
A welcome respite for all that hassle.
I'll make a living come here
myself.
database.
Suppose I best earn my keep.
I'd sooner stay out.
As long as I get my gold, who takes the carts is no concern of mine. His Grace is welcome to them.
We have chartered the ox carts as requested. It is a pleasant change for things to go so smoothly, eh, Master?
Not a bad idea.
We shall wait here till your business is done.
There are few places
Mother, I must beg your forgiveness. I believed that you desired to make me sovereign, so that in truth, you...
Besides...
Even so, if I had but you would not have had to...
Oh...
Mother, I would not see... That weight is...
My son, your kindness will save...
Ah, you've returned. How fares your procurement of those carts? You do? My thanks. That puts paid to the last of our preparations. I will inform the citizenry forthwith.
Would all my days were so tranquil. I'd sooner stay out of battle where it possible. Would that all my days were so tranquil. Would that all my days were so tranquil.
Here's hoping there'll be no trouble today.
Almost nodded off for a moment.
Such quietude seems blessing. Suppose I ought to earn my...
Suppose I can always run.
Tis our duty. To see this peace.
I fear for the arbor.
Blows bread with fury.
Far more at stake.
What have we done to earn its ire?
At last! The moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up.
Elelote osto silfa malantha alecano mine in fa avehum. Tango do telpe.
Arisen? Aren't you forgetting something?
I fear for the armor. Red with fury.
There is far more at stake
What have
here.
we done to earn?
My friend, how glad I am to see you yet live. When word reached me of your uncanny disappearance, I admit I feared the worst. What has become of this world? Our people fear for the future. We cannot be sure we will be safe here, yet this place is all we know, all we have. You think we need to evacuate? I see. And you know of a place where we might find refuge? I should gladly follow you, but I fear my father will not be so easily persuaded. Nonetheless, we can but try. Come.
As arborist, Sir Taliesin is the leader of the Elven people. Let us follow our guide that we might speak with him.
That's just what I was thinking.
Findelnar, ne veo norwende lis kemen, moriven lis irumar meltol netara.
Kasinke telpe nun findaler, nun mor arta her. Fionar elwe arfarne nenwen sur orne, I avstir lalastar, nun falasmir magananon?
Mornambwe roth enfane avasilmines fana. Nevea tara morivin, lis fa aldakar kemen rose oi andil. Kemen rose elame mor orne arenca liasu? Li arranca su morivin. Lia morivin onduiroth mine falis ne kenalien martir. Palan venis in heranon elui soronne eruor.
Nun is amanda kill angadur fenor.
Kemen rose andil soron russa ne karilm ilarato. Ne chiamenran infiriav la sestir. Eame via angamar en aldaia. Moretele erando morivun telume?
Findelnar, morivin les charmenan? Nefa oio sur. Airando vanitol melantar. Minas vana...
Alcarwa fir nun eldaya. Ane martir, tindome ingarina fa alme alcarwa? Et aler, lea fermor eldalia eralote. Sorne an fameltol, vanalin hyror soron, kasinke telpe nun findaler. Lera nefir heranon, anne arta her firnis, nullis amanda kill angadur.
That man's head is harder than the Arbor Heart's trunk. Let's demonstrate the cutting's resilience and prove him mistaken.
Fear not, 'tis well in hand. There are more who can yet be saved.
Let us begin with the place most likely to be marked for destruction.
You have my fullest confidence. There is a matter I would entrust to you alone. That is...
Isn't it about time we had ourselves a meal? Oh, what I wouldn't give for a bowl of hot stew.
And here we are, in the blink of an eye. Shall we take stock of our surroundings?
Casinque telpe nun finaler. Lera nefir heranon, anne arta her firnis. Aidalia anandor, nun lintan. Heror anne oia fermor, anendune falumtena?
Nenamboe javstir uru findelnar, liateren ayale. Kemen ros urun leteren, ne romen anartelpe minasfana. Nun kemen ros osto luin eldalia, ne kemen vea alcarua.
Luintarme kinalen meltol, parante lume anlis, ne kemen kayayinju nun sil. Ne meltol linkan aldacar, an fir nun fiamor. Morivin paran vanis tiel?
Palan hjarmenran, lis fa arnefane. Artehar lis manasvana fui numen alecan. Elorato ala, nun mor artaher. Firnis an erumar isilrod et peller, lera aetena. Nenwen mor aiwanon, alcarwa fir nun eldaya menelume sur carilm. Iavstir lalastar, nun falesmir malananon, anamorlis turculion eciales.
I thank you, friend. It would be no exaggeration to say that you have saved my people.
Your fight continues, does it not? Be well, and come back safe. This way,
Ilmen. Lorosul al-Kawa. Finantai.
I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
Tanun with Angor. Finantai.
Non li atilmo. Ronde Minotaur.
Go on, have a look.
I'll buy myself a new sword next month.
Put your back into it!
Idleness is...
You've pushed your luck too far!
Ah, Sir Arisen. You are returned, I see. With the world in such disarray, I could not stand to be away from my homeland. Thus did I return, to render what aid I may. I maintain order as best I can, but for every fire I extinguish, it seems 3 more are incited behind my back. But enough of my woes. What brings you here? You wish us to evacuate? Mayhap the idea merits some thought. After all, if we sit on our haunches, 'tis likely only a matter of time before we share the fate of Mel. Alas, the people of Batal are far from united in purpose at present. Should we proceed, unheeding of their divisions, I fear that our efforts would come undone ere long. With every soul at their wits' end, conflict is like to spark at the slightest provocation. As such, before we take any measures, I would have you walk amongst the people, Sir Arisen. Behold their plight with your own eyes. And should you encounter any discord, pray do aught you can to resolve the people's quarrels and assuage their fears. Such efforts will doubtless allow the evacuation to proceed all the more smoothly. As for me, my work here is far from done. Let us part ways for now, and reconvene when you have accomplished all you can.
'Tis no mere tavern brawl we are to...
That's it! I've had enough.
How dare you! I'll not take that from you! You're the one who started this.
Stop this nonsense, the pair of you.
The things I could do with an ox cart full of gold.
The hours seem to fly. As for me...
Haven't you had enough yet?
You're the one who started this.
Stop this nonsense, the pair of you.
You've pushed your luck too far.
That's quite an...
Haven't you had enough yet?
You're the one who started this.
Uh-huh. Oi! I saw it first. Phew. Trust a flea-ridden hide to take it all for himself.
Why must I share with a fangless one? This is no more your food than Batal is your land.
You there! You couldn't have come at a better time. Put this upstart in his place for me, won't you? Go on, lay into it. If that's what you think, why don't you mind your own business?
Aye, clear off. Pretty words shan't fill our bellies.
How dare you? You'll get what's coming to you.
Wish I'd been born a nobleman, son.
I'll have nightmares if I let this.
You said it's bad to hurt people. Wow! Thanks, sir. Say, Rakim, would you like some? I can't eat all this myself.
Really? Thanks. That's mighty kind of you. If only our fathers could do the same.
Oi, leave my kid alone.
You're not some child snatcher, are you?
Wait, you shared your food with them. Thank you, sir. As for you, Nomos, it would seem we were both but looking out for our children, eh?
Aye. Mayhap we're not so different after all. And we both had children fed. We've no reason to quarrel.
The desire to protect one's kin transcends race and culture. It just goes to show we're none of us so different.
Huzzah! You've done it!
Ah! You're just riding on your father's coattails!
You slander my honor, sir! I demand a duel. This is no business of yours. Be gone!
Now, Narbor, let's not be too hasty. If we are to duel, we ought to have a witness. Otherwise, who's to say the victor fought with honor?
Aye, true enough. Without a witness, either of us could simply kill the other, then disavow the use of any underhandedness. Well, sir, what say you? Will you watch over us while I take this scoundrel to task? You have my gratitude, sir. Let us delay no further. Come, Scario. Prepare yourself.
Have at you!
Stay back, lest you get caught in the fray.
You're 10 times stronger than I'll ever be.
I haven't got a clue.
Got to get this dye off quick before it stains.
Oh, what am I to do?
Keep back! I do not wish to injure you.
Now unsteel yourself. Have you lost your wits? Keep...
I admit it. I underestimated your skill. The loss is mine.
Nay, 'twas I who underestimated you. I'd thought to score an easy victory, but you fought fair and capably.
We owe you a debt, sir. 'Tis on your account that we've seen some sense. Were it not for your timely appearance, I'd wager this nonsense might have cost one of us their life.
Indeed. Better to hone our respective skills than take up arms against petty slights, I say.
It seems some things can only be resolved by crossing blades. But I doubt they'll quarrel again after this.
My heart is light as a feather after that exchange.
I've had well enough of your nitpicking.
I reckon the world would be better off without you.
Oi, you! Don't go poking your nose in our business. This is between us.
Aye, leave off or we'll make you.
Hold fast to your convictions. Not. Do you take me
Have you lost your bloody mind?
Reckon you can just cut us down in the street? What's the matter with you? Eh? Fine, fine. We'll set our squabble aside for today, so bother us no more.
Oh, I don't need this right now.
Ah, Sir Arisen. In less pressing circumstances, I would take issue with your methods, but I cannot deny your efficacy. The people of Batal are beginning to see that they must stand together if they are to survive this calamity. We shall see the fruits of your labors when the time comes to evacuate. At the very least, we need not expect too much opposition to the announcement. Pray return to Empress Nadinia and apprise her of your doings. I must remain here to ensure no further squabbles arise. Heavens only know how many lives you have saved this day. I hope you will accept this humble reward for your efforts.
What say we report back to Empress Nadinia? Her Majesty ought to be willing to commence the evacuation now.
Fear not. 'Tis well in hand.
Pray, slow your feet! You run too fast for the likes of me!
Her Majesty has begun her supplications. None may see her ere they conclude.
Stay your hand, Vera. This one may pass. Come hither. We would speak with you. One of our ministers informs us that you have been espied in the city, resolving the people's troubles. You have our gratitude for your efforts, which have doubtless bettered the fate of this nation and its citizenry. Your journey continues, does it not? We wish you good fortune on your travels, wheresoe'er they may take you.
Pray excuse the interruption, Your Majesty, but I fear time is upon us. I would see you prepared for the road ahead.
Indeed. Forgive us, but we must take our leave. Farewell.
Back Batal and the rest town are now safely evacuated. I am so...
Huzzah! You've done it!
Soldiers need better training.
Better work than we had elsewhere.
Oh, that took nary a moment. Now that we're here, what did you have in mind, Arisen?
Short straw.
Everyone's as tired as I am, seems like.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
I say we collect as much as we can carry.
Well met greetings. I expect you must. Its healing waters draw upon the volcanoes, and always a pleasure.
Do you have any stories to share?
Might test the technique I thought of yesterday.
There's comfort in the humdrum of
I
daily
feel more
life.
welcome here than any place else.
Should I get up to today?
Times are hard.
I must.
I ought to find someone to.
Ah, I could stay in here all day. I found a place with some useful materials for enhancing our.
My greens are second to none.
One wrong move, and I dread to think.
You really won't want to miss this performance.
Here to ask sport of me, are you? Tisn't easy doing what I do, I'll have you know.
You're welcome to approach whome'er you like.
Talent's talent, whate'er it may be.
What will become of us? What malignant twist of fate has brought this chaos to pass? Where you do not fall prey to monsters or...
One wrong move, and
Grin, I do.
I'm about ready to do something.
Tis the dragon has
Tis quiet.
Life's best taken at a leisurely pace. I knew 'twould end like this.
You really won't want to miss this performance.
Can't say I've any tidings to share.
Leave the finding of equipment enhancing material. What has become of the world? Would that there were someone who could explain this madness.
I will not let anyone take this.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
Right, we've had our soak, so let's get underway before the rejuvenating effects of the spring wear off.